Welcome to The Things I No Longer Buy, a video series where I share over 200 practical alternatives to help you save money, gain self-sufficiency, and break free from dependence on stores while restoring mankind to the garden. Let's go over a few facts about toilet paper that you may not be aware of. The average person in their lifetime is going to spend, guess how much money on toilet paper in their lifetime? $11,000. That's a lot of money. You could be using that money to invest in having trees planted or invest in companies that are producing toilet paper from a more sustainable source. It's a lot of money, folks. And the issue of trees is a big deal to me. Trees are so important. We have an entire lesson on trees in our curriculum. But, trees, they communicate with one another. They're able to learn. They're able to make decisions. They can, if a pest is eating on them, they can detect which pest it is and therefore know which remedy to do. They grow in communities. They nurture for one another. Trees are amazing. But some of the most important things they do is they bring rain. And they can stop the desert, which is a huge thing. So over in Africa, we have the Sahara Desert, which is huge, right? And people are planting trees on the edge of it, trying to slowly eliminate the desert, slowly chip away at it. And what they found is trees have such a cooling effect. You can go 1 mile into the wooded area, and it's 12 degrees cooler than it is in the desert. That's amazing, because trees, they don't just provide shade. They're giving moisture off all the time that will eventually collect and become rain. But that moisture has a cooling effect. So it's more than shade. It's like sitting under an air conditioner. Trees are absolutely amazing. Do you know some trees can pump up to 130 gallons of water a day, pump it out and put it in the atmosphere? They're amazing. They're able to adapt to their environment, and they're the best thing we have for removing greenhouse gas. So we absolutely need trees. Everybody knows that. But guess how many trees they are taking down every single day to produce toilet paper? This is a worldwide statistic every day. 27,000 trees per day. That's horrible. That just makes my heart sad. There's no way that we can catch up with that. I guarantee they're not planting 27,000 trees every day. And the new planted tree is not as strong or as beneficial as the old existing one from the forest. And trees are stronger if they're planted from seed. There's a whole fungal network going on underneath, and so many things that our forests bring to us. And to take that many down every day just makes my heart sad. It's just not a good statistic. So it's 9.8 million annually. That's a lot. And on top of that, early ads for toilet paper were bragging that their brand was splinter free. Because how do you take a hard material like a tree and turn it into something soft that you want to actually rub against your skin, right? How does that happen? Well, it's through the use of a ton of chemicals. That's right. 1 gallon of chemicals is used to produce 1 roll of toilet paper. And those chemicals include bleach, formaldehyde. And if you look on different websites online, especially ones that are producing toilet paper from a more resourceful option, they claim that if you have microcuts, you can actually, by using toilet paper treated with these chemicals, you can get urinary tract infections, yeast infections, fissures, and hemorrhoids. That's not pleasant. So what is the more renewable resource? Well, there are companies that are making toilet paper from bamboo, which is a much better option than trees. Now, they do cost more money, but if you're going to buy your toilet paper, that's definitely a much better purchase than conventional toilet paper in terms of where we live, protecting the earth. We're supposed to be the ones to rise up and help restore the earth and take care of creation the way God instructed us to. So that's one option. And then when we look historically, well, what did they do? If they had composting toilets, they could use a soft leaf, but that still doesn't do the best job. But it was an option. They could also use vinegar a lot of times because vinegar kills bacteria. So they would put a sponge on a stick and dip it in vinegar to clean with. The worst part was they had these fixed on a stick in buckets in public bathrooms for people to share. That's disgusting. But anyway, that's what they did. Currently today, like if you travel to India, in the bathrooms they have buckets with running water there, a spigot with water, and you can just wash yourself when you're done. We know in Europe they have bidets, so I mean there's other options, but I think there's a better way, and we just love what we do, so I want to share it with you today. And this idea came to me when I was first diapering my children, using cloth diapers, making cloth wet wipes and washing them. And they'd come so nice and clean. And then I'd just wash them in the washing machine. And I like, I don't get this. This is the most tender, critical, susceptible age ever to have a young baby. If I can use washable wipes on them, why can't we use them on us? So that's what I created. Washable wipes to use. And I'm telling you, you can get the job done so much better. I have other options beyond that. I'll show you at the end of the video. But first, let's dig into how to make these wipes. The first thing you want to do is get some fabric. I did order some organic jersey knit cotton fabric, but you can just buy whatever you feel comfortable with. And a knit fabric is great because you don't have to finish the edges. It's not going to unravel. And then just cut them in like 5-inch by 5-inch squares is fine. Then get a container. You need a dirty bucket and a clean bucket. So I just use like an old peanut butter bucket. And I like this because I can have a solid lid and a lid that I'm going to show you in a minute how to cut an X in it. That way, if I'm traveling and I want to take the bucket with me, I have the choice to put a solid lid on as well. Sometimes it's really nice to take these camping. So the first thing we're going to do is you just going to draw an X. On the left there, you can see me drawing an X. And then on the right, you just take a knife and cut that X into your lid. This will allow you to put your dirty wipes into the bucket without actually taking the lid off of the bucket. And it's also opaque, so you can't visibly look inside the bucket to see your wipes. Then we're going to take a solution. You just mix about 1 cup of water. I take just like 1/4 of a teaspoon of Castile soap and mix it with 1/4 of a teaspoon of coconut oil and just stir it all together really well. Then add your wipes to that. And you're going to just kind of massage the wipes. I mean, what you're doing is just kind of rotating them, making sure that all of the wipes are going to evenly absorb that liquid. And then after that, all you have to do is grab your clean container and put your wipes into the clean container. And there you have it. You've got a clean bucket and a dirty bucket. Once you've gone through all of your wipes and now you have a dirty bucket, what you can do is on the left picture you see there where you set it on the rinse cycle first. So you just dump the whole bucket. Now in that bucket, I usually fill it half full with water. I add a tablespoon of vinegar, and then the vinegar just helps to fight any harmful bacteria. And then we put the wipes in there. When the wipes are all dirty, you take the dirty bucket and you just throw it into the machine on the rinse cycle and let it rinse out really, really well. Then on the right, we just change it to a regular wash cycle. Use your soap and whatever you want to do and wash them nice and clean. You don't need to dry them because you're going to right away put them back into that water solution that has the little bit of soap and coconut water and then back into the clean bucket again, and off you go. Just rinse and repeat. The other things you can do is it only costs about $30 online to get a bidet kit for your toilet. They don't normally come with a handle and a sprayer like this picture is showing you. They have a built-in sprayer that just sprays right from behind the toilet, but very inexpensive. And that helps you to just spray off when you have a messy job. Just spray it all off, and that way you're not really getting much on your washcloths anyway. And think about all the times for women that they just go number 1, but they're still using toilet paper. I mean, it just makes more sense to use a washable wipe that'll get you nice and clean without wasting toilet paper. It's just a simple solution, and it's almost like having a bath all the time. You feel so much cleaner. It's like once we switch to this, there's no way we want to go back to using toilet paper. When we travel, we're just like, yuck, we miss our wipes. They're so much better. The other thing you can do is this is a kit called the Happy Bottom Kit, and it's like a bidet that you can take with you. which is great for Africa or camping. It works really, really nice. It has a really nice spray nozzle that can really get you nice and clean. And then all you just need is a dry cloth just to pat dry. That shovel I keep in the kit as well as a backpacking shovel. And if you're camping or in a place where you need to go and there's no bathrooms, I do a lot of traveling in developing countries where that can happen. And that shovel, you just go and dig a hole, and it works great to dig a hole, and then you're depositing your number 2 into the earth where it should go anyway, and then covering it back up again. So that's the Happy Bottom Kit. I highly recommend that. So that's it for today. Join the movement and start keeping yourself clean through washable wipes. Bye for now.